Hey folks, Mike from Ollie here, and today I want to make a quick video talking about, you guessed it, AI. And I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it, but you're going to hear about it a little bit more. You're going to hear about it from me. You're going to hear about it from everyone. And I think there's some really interesting and important things happening in WordPress around AI that are important to keep an eye on. And so we're going to talk about them just a little bit here today. I don't have any planned remarks, so I'm just kind of off the cuff some thoughts here. So if you saw recently, there is a announcement on the WordPress.org site about the formation of a WordPress AI team. Here I'm on the blog post, you can see, and you can read through this. You can just Google WordPress AI team. It's the first thing that pops up, and you can read through it. It has some details about it and why it matters. Just to summarize what they think is the importance is obviously unified team and avoiding fragmentation, creating a cohesive and consistent way of interacting with AI and introducing models that developers can build into and create cohesive experiences with. Shared innovation, a lot of companies are already kind of digging into this, and so it's probably best if we put all of our brains together and figure out how to integrate this into a platform as big as WordPress and rapid iteration, right? I mean, they can move a lot quicker if they have a team dedicated to doing that. And they have a little bit about the team down here. A bunch of really smart people who not only are excited about AI and know AI, but they also are diehard and veteran WordPress people. And so when you put those together, you get a team like this, which I think is super important. So yeah, feel free to read the post. There's also a video that was done on the WordPress YouTube channel with Jamie Marsland and James. And yeah, they go into a lot there. And there's also a hallway hangout where they kind of also talk a little more loosely about their plans, the ramifications of a team like this, etc. So all good to watch and read up on. So that's that. Just some quick thoughts from me on this. Obviously, I think this is hugely important and timely. It's timely because, AI it moves at light speed. Every day is different, but within the past 6 months, maybe even less, the standards have started to form about how, different models, how we can interact with them, and just standards that developers can use to develop with. And so WordPress now feels comfortable to start exploring this and figure out how we can use some of these standards in WordPress, develop our own, and create a consistent experience for developers who want to create products on this inside WordPress. So the time to do it is now, and figure out how we do this. So I think that's important. Now, the other huge thing is, we've all said it many times, WordPress is huge. It's huge. It's bigger than people even think. It's hard to even fathom how big WordPress is. A lot of us have been in WordPress a long time, and it's still hard to fathom. But we're talking about almost 1 billion websites running on WordPress, majority of the websites on the internet running on WordPress. And so to introduce an AI standard into this platform is a huge deal, because we would be potentially exposing AI and AI features and AI capabilities to a crowd that may not be using them yet. I know plenty of people who don't really use AI, maybe a little bit ask ChatGPT here and there, but they're not really getting the most out of it because they don't really know how to interact with it yet. That's a lot of people. And so building something like that into WordPress could be a huge deal, because this is kind of the beauty of design and using a platform to kind of open this up, is you're abstracting away the complexity of AI and you're presenting it almost as like a solution layer. So they don't even need to know it's AI per se. They're using products that do very powerful things. And it's just AI underneath that's helping do this thing. So putting it in WordPress is a huge deal for that reason and many other reasons. And also it just helps WordPress continue to stay relevant. You know, how many times has been reported WordPress is dead, blah, 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 blah. And yet every competitor to WordPress, no matter how flashy it is, still only has a few percentage points of market share. So that is not to be dismissed. Our market share is huge, and the potential of using AI to stay relevant and grow, I think, is a huge thing that we should all be thinking about. Okay, there's that. So we get this in WordPress. That's great. Now what? Well, you need a small army of developers, designers, product people to start building products for this new era of WordPress. I don't know about you, but it feels like the past 4 or 5 years, there's been a big slowdown in unique, creative, human-centric products in WordPress. You know, a lot of big companies have the big products and they just, you know, I feel like they're comfortable. They don't need to innovate, and so they're not. And so we're not really seeing a ton of exciting products. Now with this AI thing, that's great, but we do need to make sure we're harvesting great talent and keeping it in our ecosystem. So doing everything we can to not turn people away, but to bring them in and maybe use this as an opportunity for growth, for talent growth, and all of that stuff. So that's a whole big thing, and probably could do a whole video on that, particularly designers. I think we need designers like yesterday. We need a ton of designers to be able to kind of design for this new era. Okay, I'm trying to keep this video under 10 minutes, so I only have a little bit left here. But the last thing I want to say is, I think to make this thing really work, we need to prioritize the WordPress admin redesign, because we need to kind of meet this moment of introducing AI with something exciting, something fresh, something modern, and something that can grow with this new era, to introduce a new design standard that also developers and builders can buy into, so that we create sort of this new wave and new experience, a more cohesive and native experience, and try to get rid of this era of junky looking plugins and disconnected experiences. I think, you know, I love that people can use WordPress in any way they want, and they will continue to, but I do think all of us buying into a higher standard for design and user experience in WordPress, and building our products with that in mind, would have a huge impact on not only growing the software, but keeping users in it, keeping users happy, and also exciting the developer base and the product makers out there. So I think we're going to continue work on that soon in WordPress. I'm excited to put some of my expertise into that and contribute where I can. And hopefully we'll start to see some more conversation about that soon. So anyway, that's it. Just a quick update about AI in WordPress. Why it's a big deal, whether you're in WordPress or not. It's still a big deal because it's going to affect you without a doubt. Okay, that's all for this video. See you later.